Hello Linux enthusiasts, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we will explore Oh-My-Bash, a delightful framework for managing your bash configuration. We will cover what it is, how to install it, customize it, and even switch between themes. By the end of this video, you will have a bash shell that's not just functional, but also visually appealing and fun to use. What is Oh-My-Bash? Oh-My-Bash is an open source framework that allows you to manage and customize your bash shell with ease. It's like oh-my-zsh. Actually, Oh-My-Bash is a fork from oh-my-zsh, but specifically for bash users. It provides pre-configured themes, plugins, and aliases that can make your terminal experience more productive and enjoyable. It's simple to install and you can start customizing right away. Now let's install Oh-My-Bash on our system. All you need to do is to copy this and open your terminal with your preferred username, and we just paste and press enter, and voila, the magic happened and Oh-My-Bash will be installed in our home folder. The most important thing to notice here, this line, that it is backing up our .bashrc to this file. So just in case in future if something didn't work or you want to just simply roll back, you can just move this file and overwrite the .bashrc same way that this backup happened right now. Okay, so now if I do echo osh, this variable, I can see that there is where all my bash configuration reside. So the installation is completely successful and we have all my bash installed in our terminal. Now let's talk about customizing our oh my bash. Okay, the customization is straightforward. Let's clear the screen because they are all reside in one file, which is .bashrc, the one that created by obash. Okay, so here we can see that this is the home installation of oh-my-bash. Then we have the theme. Okay, let's start with this. You want to change the theme. You have no idea what is the theme available for oh-my-bash. You can go to the website and we can press on docs for documentation. It will take us to GitHub. You will see here themes and plugins. Okay, you can press on themes and you will see a list with a sample picture of the theme to show how it looks like. So the theme you like, you can just take the name and you replace it in that variable on that bash rc. Okay, if you already know all the names how the looks like, you can go to your terminal. Let's open a new one and we will do long listing on the home installation of oh-my-bash, and we can see here they have aliases, completions, okay, plugins and themes. They are the one that I am interested in. So if we do on themes long listing, we will see here all the themes that come with oh-my-bash. So some people, many people, they like Powerline. So I will take this one copy. I will come here. I will take copy of that line. I will comment it. And here I will come delete this. And I paste it. And I save the file and I exit. I can open a new terminal or I resource the oh-my-bash file. When I open a new terminal, I can see that I have Powerline theme is already there. So if I go and I open the file again, let's check what's next for the completion. I think it comes after. Let's go down. Yeah, for the completion or the auto completion by default, we're putting J Composer and SSH. The same drill. Let's go here and check the completions long listing. So whatever you want to have auto completion for, you can just add it to be supported on your terminal using oh-my-bash. So let's, for an example, Django, you can take it, copy, and you go here, online, new line, and then you paste it. That's it, you have. And of course, you need to resource the .bash rc in the same terminal or open new one. For aliases, okay, let's go here and do listing to see what's inside aliases. These are all the aliases. To get an idea about what are these, let's, for an example, the one I'm interested in is ls. So if I will show this, sorry, okay, they are the aliases that will be loaded inside the terminal when you start using, when you add it in the variable. And like for an example, if you do l dot, it will be the same like you writing ls. Aliases is like a shortcut for a commands. Instead of writing a long line of commands, you shorting it down. Okay, so let's go to the file here. I will add ls, okay, and here the plugins. Let's check what's inside the plugins, and it's a lot. So you can add sudo sdk man for by the way, you can check also the readme here. Let's check the readme because it will have a description for all the included plugins. So like for an example, Ansible. So I can go here, take new line, and I paste it here. Let's add another one, and here a small description about the plugin for what. Jet is already added. Golang if you are doing a Go language programming, npm, nvm, uh, Python environment. So I will add it. What else? The one I found really interested when I checked this file before is this one, Zoxide, utility for quickly navigating the file system based on visited directory history. So we are on SUSE Tumbleweed, okay? Make sure that you log in as root and you install these two packages, zipper install, Zoxide, and vzf, okay? You make sure to install these two packages if you are on OpenSUSE Tumbleweed. If you are on OpenSUSE Leap, you need vzfs is already included in the repository on OpenSUSE Leap, but this one you have to install it from GitHub. It is not included by default in OpenSUSE Leap repository. But on Tumbleweed, whatever you want is already there in the repository. So you need to install these two packages in order to use the plugin, this plugin Zoxide. Okay, after you add, you can open a new terminal, no errors, everything is fine. So let's try the alias dot. So now the alias is working. I don't know about the sudo. Yeah, it's completing it. So this is how to customize your oh-my-bash on your terminal on OpenSUSE Tumbleweed. For a quick troubleshoot, just make sure if anything didn't work as expected, you can just move the backup file of your original .bash rc back again, roll back again to the original file and open a new shell, or just sourcing the .bash rc, and oh-my-bash will be gone with all the configuration that you add. But the file actually is still there. You can bring it back. But I mean, if anything didn't work with you, you can just run this command and you will get your shell again back to normal. One last thing to add here about oh-my-bash, that you don't have to worry about upgrading it when it's a new release in the upstream for oh-my-bash. To understand this point, okay, you have a variable in .bash rc to change it, because every few days or every week or 2 weeks, oh-my-bash will do that in background and prompt you to do the updates, like yes or no, you want to go with the updates or not. So please check this file in the home for oh-my-bash installation and check readme and go ahead and search for upgrade. Okay, and you will see here some information about that. Okay, yeah, so like for an example here where, yeah, by default you will be prompted to check upgrades every few weeks if you would like to oh-my-bash to automatically upgrade, and it's explaining to you which variable you should change and change it to true or not. And then here for the manual update, you can run this command upgrade oh-my-bash. So if I go here and write upgrade oh-my-bash, and of course this one coming from an alias from oh-my-bash, and here it will do the trying to update your oh-my-bash configuration file and plugins, aliases, if anything released in the upstream. If you want manual, you can run this command upgrade oh-my-bash. So this is for upgrading oh-my-bash. And that's it. You have successfully installed and customized oh-my-bash. Now your terminal looks great and works even better. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more Linux tips and tutorials. See you in the next video, and thanks for watching.